Hi guys, it's Dale with The Insurance. Today we're going to talk about it's a process, and you've probably read articles on this before, um, but you just can't know enough about this process because it's when it happens, when you get into an accident, emotions are very high, um, and it's always nice to have an ample amount of information, just in efforts to kind of calm everything down, slow everything down, and so you understand what's next in the process, right? Um, to get you back on the road, right? The title of this article is Auto Damage Claims Settlement Done the Right Way, right? Um, the number one thing is you've gotten to an accident, you've kind of let your insurance company know, an adjuster is gonna contact you. Make sure, seems simple, but once again, emotions are high. You may forget, but make sure you take down that adjuster's information, email number, any way you can contact them, because during this process, they're going to be your point person, all the time. So, in fact, you may even want to take down their manager's information as well, just in case you can't get in touch with them and what you need may be time sensitive. Um, the second thing that will happen in the process is the carrier, and you could imagine carriers have preferred repair shops, right, that they use. They use these people because presumably they do good work and at reasonable prices. That being said, don't feel obligated to use their quote unquote guy or gal for that matter. Um, if you know someone that does great work, and has done work for you in the past, you can use them, okay? You just would need to negotiate that with your insurance company. Feel free, I mean, it should be a two-way street. Don't feel that you are obligated to do everything they say, and them being your insurance carrier. They are advocates on your behalf. You should have an open dialogue with them about the best way to make you whole. The third thing is, like most things, you should. I know getting back on the road can be time sensitive, so if you can, make sure you get different estimates on the work to be done, right? Because this can, obviously, we want to maximize the amount of money you receive from the carrier so that that money can be placed in making your vehicle whole or as close to whole as humanly possible. So get multiple estimates if you can. Um, the fourth thing is, let's say your car is in the shop, it's getting worked on, and the repair people find more damage. It does happen because some of the things may not be facade. They may only notice it once they are inside the car working on it. Um, at this point, you would need to, it's not necessarily that the carrier won't cover it. They actually should cover it. You just need to coordinate payment between the repair shop and the insurance company. So therefore, you would, once again, with the open lines of communication with the adjuster, you get the adjuster to pay the carrier directly. If it's time sensitive and the repair shop is hounding you, this is, I know it sounds risky, but the carrier should, in these cases, cover you. But in such a case, you may need to cover the expense of the additional work and then not subrogate, but then lobby to receive payment at a later date from your carrier for said work. Okay? The fifth thing, and this is something that actually a lot of people miss, OEM parts, right? So original equipment manufacturer, new parts versus old parts, right? So like, as you could imagine, some carriers want to be skimpy on their payout, on their claims payout. and they may suggest a repair shop that uses used parts. Once again, you're not obligated to use that, right? So if you want new parts on your vehicle, explain that to your carrier. Now, it's up to them if they accept that explanation and cover it. But if you want new parts, you can have new parts. You guys will just need to negotiate what amount you will end up paying, because you may end up absorbing the extra costs above what your carrier is willing to pay and what you're requesting, okay? The next one is kind of nuanced. Let's say you have an old car. You really don't care about the damage done within the accident, from the accident, right? It's all facade, the car still runs. You can pocket the claims payout, right? And it's actually called an appearance allowance sometimes, whereby the carrier understands it's an old vehicle, it still works, you're fine with driving a vehicle that's not, from an appearance standpoint, what it used to be, and they will compensate you for the lesser value that car now carries, right? That's also a conversation you would then need to have with your carrier. And the last thing, if you don't agree with the payout your carrier is suggesting, you can always go to court. Just note, I mean, you would have to do cost-benefit analysis. Obviously, going to court is not just monetarily costly, right? But it will take a lot of your time and resources. And you'd be going up against an organization, an entity that's far larger with far more resources, right? But if you feel that you have a strong case and your payout is certainly worth it, the payout differential between what they're offering, what you feel you should get, then it may be in your best interest to do so. So hopefully you're not in an accident, but if you are, hopefully these points kind of settle you down a little bit, let you know what's coming down the pike, and get you prepared for the process of filing a claim, going through the claims process, and getting your vehicle back on the road. Okay? Thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll chat next week.